Hello, friends. Today we're going to be making an art project exploring where you can find the beauty, awe, and joy within your life. There's always some present. I know that sometimes it's really hard to find. I've definitely had times in my life where it was hard to find things to be grateful for, things that gave me joy and happiness. And I hope by doing this art project with me today, you can find some of those things within your own life. So grab your art supplies and let's get started. So I'm going to start with this absolutely massive brush. This is a number 30 mega brush by Blick, but honestly, you could use anything, just something even from like the Dollar Tree or something. And we're going to be splashing color onto the page, like really just splatting it in there. So I'm going to get a lot of water into my brush, get it very, very wet. And then I want to be thinking of things that give me joy, colors that bring me joy. So the first, oh, let me wet my paints. If they're not wet enough, you just won't get the full color out of your watercolors. It'll just be harder to get the color off. So I'm going to use this like yellowy orange color, and my palette is an absolute mess, and I'm just going to mix the colors and make it beautiful. So I'm going to take it and literally splat. Okay, I'm just going to pop it on in there, let it really splash all over the page. The bigger the page you have, the better. The color I'm using for this is New Gambage. You can use whatever color you would like. And I want to just do like a few splats in different places. And then I'm going to grab a different color and add some texture and kind of nuance by adding a different color in there. So next one up I'm going to grab is green. This one is Serpentine Genuine. It has like some variation in its stuff. It's a little bit like, yeah, I guess, I mean, serpentine, I don't know if that's what they were going for, but it reminds me of a snake. It's very snake kind of green. And you can't quite tell. This looks grass green on here, but on the page, it's like kind of brown green a little bit. So it's going to add a little nature element to it, which I like. And I'm just going to smack it into the page, get it all over the place. And already this is looking beautiful to me and it's giving me that sense of beauty. And then I'm going to grab lemon yellow. Lemon yellow is a really bright, bright, bright yellow. But because I'm going to be mixing it with like the green, it's going to turn almost lime, which is gorgeous. I just love it. So in that goes. I'm going to add it to another little corner over here, splat, splat. And then I'm going to make this dry. So I'm going to use a heat gun to make this dry, but you can also wait for it to dry and go grab yourself a cup of tea. Okay, so my watercolor painting is now dry, and now I'm going to add some lettering detail and colored pencil. So this is a Caran d'Ache Super Color 2 Soft in light olive. You could use anything, crayons, whatever you've got. And you're going to be writing joy, beauty, and awe around your watercolor. And as you do this, you're going to be thinking about what in my life sparks my ideas of joy, beauty, and awe. If you can't think of them spontaneously, as you're going through your day, maybe you're going to pause from this. You're going to take your day the next day and look around you and think, I mean, it could be honestly your neighbor's dog. It could be you're walking down the road and not the whole part of the road is beautiful, but maybe that flower growing out of that crack looks really cool and you like that. Maybe you like the barista at your coffee shop. Maybe I mean, just like all these little moments, or the way the sun is setting and the sky looks. I'm thinking of a lot of nature things because honestly, that just is what sparks a lot for me. But it could be all sorts of things. You're just thinking about what are your ideas of joy, beauty, and awe, what invoke those feelings for you as you're doing this lettering work. I'm doing this lettering work bubble style. So I like it to kind of like tuck behind the watercolor so it looks like the watercolor was splashed on afterwards. You could do this any which way you like. You could not even write joy, beauty, and awe. This is your personal piece of art to work through for yourself. This is just how I like to make it. Is making bubble letters is just fun. It makes me think like I'm in middle school again. So I really enjoy it. But you make it any way you'd like. Okay, now that we've gotten all of that in, we are ready to add into the watercolor itself the things that invoke that for us. I'm going to be just writing in one thing for each of those things, but honestly, as many as you can think of would be great. So the first thing I'm thinking about is what invokes um, beauty to me. And what's beautiful for me is nature. I mean, look at the sky, look at the trees, look at the flowers, look at just how everything grows naturally. It just, I find the whole process of all of it so amazing. And then I'm going to think about what brings me joy. When I'm thinking of like my happiest moments, times I was the most joyful, it was my friends. The times I've laughed the most or just been the happiest, right? And your point of doing this is where you really want to try to make these things happen for yourself more often. If you are finding that you're not, if friends bring you a bunch of joy and you haven't been calling your friends, maybe we should call your friends. Or you should make some friends. Sometimes I didn't have a lot of close friends for a while and I was like, I need to reach out. So I did. Sometimes that's what we got to do. And then you're thinking about what brings you awe. And I'm going to put in here sunlight. I think sunlight is amazing. The fact that it comes down from the sky and it technically is all the colors, but we don't see all the colors. And like a tree is green, but it's only green because all those colors came down and all those colors absorbed into the leaves, but the green didn't absorb into the leaves, and therefore the leaves look green. That's the color we see them. I just think that whole scientific concept is awesome. So awe-filling. So I put in here sunlight. You put in the thing that just blows your mind. And then you're going to be putting as many things. Maybe like you've only thought of a few and later you're going to come back and think of a few more. Go for it. Put as much as you want in here and have it in a place that you can see it often and you can come back to. So you can remind yourself in your low points the things that bring you joy, beauty, and awe.